We up, motherfuckers! What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another post game here on Rangers Central. Barclay Goodrow, you motherfucker. I cannot believe Barclay Goodrow, of all people, just sniped one past Sergei Bobrovsky. It's like an hour later, and I still cannot believe it right now. Never said a bad word about Barclay Goodrow in my damn life. You know that damn well. But holy crap, this team... Florida fans thought this was going to be an easy sweep after that. Still could be 1-5 for them, but they didn't get rid of us that easily, and the Rangers played a way better game. Matt Rempe comes back into the lineup. Whether you are for it or against it, they won the game. So that's all that matters at the end of the day. Before we jump into everything, leave a like on your way to the post-game show. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially for Ranger fans, and turn on your notifications so you know I upload or go live. I apologize for going live so late. I apologize for my voice being shot. Was at the game, like I said. So I'm still in disbelief. The Rangers this game, man, they put me on the verge of having a heart attack, which is why we have Cardiac Rangers merch. If you want some Cardiac Rangers merch, link is in the description there. But man, oh man, could we just talk about for a second, before I even talk about anything else, could we talk about how good Vinny Trocheck was tonight? Like, we're here for Barclay Goodrow getting that OT winner, but oh my God, was Vinny Trocheck good tonight. And not only Vinny Trocheck, of course, Igor Shesterkin had my damn back, had our damn back, had the team's damn back, and kept them in this game to put them in a spot to get to overtime and win this game, because both goalies could have easily allowed more. Both goalies played very well, and Igor's the one that was slightly better tonight. So what do you want me to say? And this is why I said Igor's got that ability. I know I said Bobrovsky might not. He did it before. Igor's got that ability, and he did it tonight. Granted, I wouldn't say he necessarily stole the win for the Rangers, because I felt still, I'm seeing a lot of people say the Rangers got outplayed in this game. And listen, I feel like it was a 50-50 game again, honestly. Like, I really felt that way. I felt like this game could have went either way. I thought the first period, the Rangers started off that period buzzing, and I thought that the first 15 minutes of that period were unbelievable, and they ended up getting on the board first. A nice little backdoor feed to Vinny Trocheck, who would get the goal there. A little sucker punch after that from, I think it was Verhaeghe. It might have been, I don't even remember, but it went right to Lafreniere, that sucker punch. A scrum ensued, and then Florida got a power play though late in the first period. They ended up tying the game, and the Rangers kind of had their foot off the gas towards the end of that first period. I'm like, all right, tied at 1. It sucks that you're not up 1-0, but you're in a good spot still to win this game. Just play a good second period, and that's where they did not play a good period. I thought the second period was their worst period, and I thought Florida outplayed them heavily in that second period, and the Rangers looked uncompetitive. Like, they were not winning board battles, not winning puck battles in the neutral zone. They were not defending it well at all. It was way too open, the neutral zone, from the Rangers' as, and Florida's forecheck was just way too easy. You had Barkov just dummying Mika Zibanejad way too much of this game in general, though. But the third period, I thought the Rangers played very solid and didn't generate too much, but I felt defensively they played their best period. And in overtime, dominated overtime. You knew they were winning this game in overtime with the way they dominated it. They were on fire. The power play needs to get going. That's the first and foremost thing, because this power play almost let them down tonight. If they lost this game, you would have looked at the power play and said that's the reason they lost this game. But yeah, I mean, still outside of that, very few things to complain about. The only thing I will complain about, Roslovic, I still feel needs to be out of the lineup. The amount that he was just coasting at points in this game drove me up the walls. But Loved Trochek's game. Adam Fox ripped the guy apart, had a way better game than we've seen from him the past few games. Jacob Trouba was unbelievable tonight. That was something different to see. Ryan Lingard, I thought, did very good even as well. Keandre Miller, good. Like, you got good play out of your entire top four. The worst pair was probably the bottom pair, and I still don't think they played that horrendous tonight. And then you look at the forward group. First line, shaky. I mean, that Florida's first line is giving them fits, and I expected it to happen, but man, Barkov's on another tier of his own, and it's just the truth that Meek is a badge that looks dumb out there, and a lot of it's because of Barkov. That third line drove me up the walls. Fourth line, up and down, in my opinion. Second line, thought was the best line tonight. But, sorry, just needed water. But yeah, if I'm gonna complain about anything and say there needs to be any changes, if any, one, the obvious is Jimmy Vesey, who got hit pretty much right in the head, and they didn't call interference there, which the officiating tonight was just, oh my goodness, with the officiating tonight, just unbelievable. So I'm still trying to figure out how Kulikov's hit, we call that the same amount as Barkov falling on his own, but Barclay Goodrow got called for an interference there. And then you also have, I think it was Lomberg, right? Yeah, Lomberg hits Jimmy Vesey a little high. I wouldn't say maybe they should have called a major, but it should have at least been an interference. The puck's nowhere near him, and Jimmy Vesey didn't return for the rest of the game. So now we're probably seeing Kakko back in the lineup, which not for, considering the way the team played without him. I'm not really for it. Not that I'm a fan of Rosovic. I'd rather him in over Rosovic, to be honest with you, but that's just my opinion. And yeah, Kakko's probably going to play, but that's because of the fact that VC got hurt. So it's probably going to be Kakko in, even though I'd love Rosovic out of the lineup. I'm not going to lie to you. But man, unbelievable. Where's the post-game graphic? Not here tonight because I wanted to just fire up the live, especially because I'm going live late. That's why. But yeah, Barkov's a beast. And then, yeah, in overtime, you have Philip Hedl have it on a silver platter, and OEL just stops it with his ass because, of course, he did. And I thought then and there, I was like, that was the chance the Rangers are not going to win this game. I didn't say that. I didn't have full doubts, but I was like, I didn't feel as good. I was like, that was the chance. Like, that was the chance right there. And if the Rangers don't win, we're going to look back, and that's going to be the chance that we look back at and get pissed off at, because that was where they had the game, and it did not matter at the end of the day. The Rangers end up getting it done. And again, I still feel that this game was played pretty evenly throughout things. I thought that the Rangers played fine defensively. I thought that the only issue they had consistently throughout the night was losing board battles at points, which ended up being fine because of the fact that they were doing a good job of back checking and getting their sticks in lanes and playing good in transition. The first period, though, I would love for them to replicate that with the way they played, with the speed they played. Like, they came out flying tonight, and I think that was the biggest reason they won this game as well, because you get that first goal, you end up just flying out there in the first period. That was big for this team. But now you head to Florida with a split, which is huge. It was huge. But we also saw Blake Wheeler in warm-up, so maybe he gets a crack at the lineup next game. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if I'm for that. I don't know if he should be in a series like this. But he was warming up, so that is something maybe to, think about that could happen. In terms of other chances, I think there was like a really good post opportunity at one point. I don't even remember who on the Rangers got it, to be honest. I grayed out a lot during this game because my head was just all over the damn place with this game and the way that it was going. Like, this game was just chaotic. It was just unbelievably chaotic. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I had something else on my mind, but I lost my train of thought entirely on it, which is really killing me. But I'll get to the comments now. Leave a like if you haven't subscribed. Turn on your notifications, all that. Let's get to the chat, see what you guys have to say. What a win. Wasn't a great performance, but managed to get it done. Now, if they find a way to split in Florida and get back to home with home ice advantage, that would be great. I don't want to split. I want to win too. Like, go win too. But I don't think they played that bad. I really don't. Like, I know a lot of people are saying they got outplayed, but I really don't. I don't know. I didn't see it that way personally. I really felt it was 50-50, but that's just me. Maybe I, didn't see the game right. Maybe being at the game, I didn't see it as well. And I was just caught up in the moment of just being there. But I don't know. I felt it was 50-50 most of the game, personally. But I will say that, obviously there are a few things that they could tweak here and there. Breakouts still, and just connecting passes in general could be a little bit more crisp as well. But outside of that, I didn't think that they played terrible tonight. But I do love, I absolutely love, this was my thought. Because I'm just seeing, like, all the Carolina fans and all that. I'm just loving seeing the new excuse in the books night in and night out. One night, it's the Rangers don't do well 5v5. Well, the Rangers got the only 5v5 goals in this game, so that silenced that narrative. But tonight's narrative is, well, they got lucky. Igor bailed them out or something. Or, I don't know, it's just a new excuse every single time. Or the refs, or the high stick before the goal that they got in overtime, even though, learn the damn rules because it was in the D zone. I don't know what to tell you, but it's a new excuse every night. And I love seeing it with the Carolina fans. Can't you hold your damn team accountable? Like, hold your team accountable. You lost in 6 games, got handily beat in a good amount in some of those games. Take the damn loss, hold your team accountable, and move on. And keep watching from the couch. You know what? Keep thinking there's no problem with your team and your team's perfect and you're just getting unlucky, because we'll just keep kicking your ass every year and we'll see you next year and do it again. It's just hilarious to me watching specifically those fans. It's every fan base, but mostly those fans still whine and talking about that. Hold your team accountable, man. But we're done with you, Carolina. Either way. Like, I shouldn't even be caring right now. But get out of my damn face with that. Get out of my damn face with that. It's a new excuse every night. Whenever the Rangers get a W. It is what it is, though. Kind of accustomed to it at this rate. But yeah. Just ridiculous. I'd love someone to explain to me how people felt Florida was the better team throughout most of the game. I truly believe it was 50-50. Wore the Cardiac Rangers shirt tonight, tagged you, your page on my IG story. That was you? All right. Well, yeah, I responded to your DM and reposted it on my story. So I appreciate that. Yeah, the power play does have to start cycling more. Way too stationary. Mika and Panarin always look in the pass. I do think Mika had a bad game in general. But yeah, they need to get moving a lot more. I agree. I mean, yeah, the stats did favor the Rangers. Like, every single stat that I've looked at, whether it's your deserve to win a meter, whether it's your natural stat trick numbers, like, everything has said the Rangers were the better team tonight. But I don't know. Like, I want to give Florida their flowers on that. I do think it was 50-50 tonight. And the Rangers got it. That's just what the series is. Like, could we just agree that just two good teams playing? Like, it's the Eastern Conference Finals. What are we talking about here? I don't know. Wenberg took a nasty hit to the head. Yeah, he did. I do agree, though, that the power play needs to be better. 100%. 100% the power play has to be better. Take 16 wins. Every win and every run is lucky in some way. You aren't given games. You take them from the opponents. Yeah. I mean, perfectly said. Perfectly said. Yeah, I agree with this. It just felt like they were going to get a bounce, you know? Why would I sit Roslovic? Because there were so many shifts tonight where I was screaming my head off with the guy and the way that he was playing. Whether it was lack of getting a puck in deep, whether it was dumping the puck in and not getting it on the forecheck, whether it was lack of moving his feet in the D zone, whether it was drive-bys in the neutral zone, whether it was drive-bys on the back check. Like, it's just, I couldn't stand some of the plays he made. Just thinking about some of them just anger me again. But I'm sorry. I just don't see it with the guy. I don't see it. And yeah, biggest Achilles heel is clearing the D zone, which that's how that power play developed. Which, listen, I still don't agree with the call. My camera yet again. I still don't agree with the call at all. But yeah, like, that's what happened. Florida put the pressure on, and that's when Florida's at their best. Appreciate that, Matthew. Really do. I agree with this, that, like, there were times they were way too nonchalant with the pucks. Or with the pucks. There was multiple pucks on the ice, right? Like, it's that stupid overtime rule. No, but in all seriousness, no, they were making dumb plays with the puck. I went to put the plural on making dumb plays there. I meant to play. Yeah, you get the point. They made dumb plays, though, with the puck at the time. At times, I can't talk right now. Oh, my God. And yeah, the passes need to start connecting more. I do agree with that. But yeah, I still felt they did a good enough job in terms of getting on their horse and getting on the back check to recover for mistakes that they made. But I will say, leaving Barkov in the net front, no, that was not fun. Leaving Reinhart in the net front a couple times, no, not fun. But that was four of their high danger chances. The rest of them, I mean, you don't like to see Verhaeghe getting high danger chances. Outside of that, there wasn't really a lot of them that were from guys that, like, I really would be worried about. But, oh my God, that too. Roslovic shot to Bob's chest. D-zone was solid tonight, but too many turnovers. Yeah, I agree that they turned the puck over too much. I think at one point it was like they had 6 turnovers and Florida had none. Yeah, that needs to get cut. You know, the turnovers were the issue in terms of, you know, how they could have lost the game and how they could be better going forward. But at the same time, we've been asking for them to clean up the play with that for a while now, and I've just accepted this is just who they are. Yeah, it's just like things like that just annoyed me. Yeah, they played more physical, but Florida did too. But the Rangers matched the intensity tonight. That's why they won the game. They actually matched the intensity. And they do have to stop the stretch pass. You guys are not wrong about that. And I do agree that that was my biggest complaint tonight, if there's any. And I do agree that I'd like to see the D-men start to pinch a bit more. But at the same time, I understand this time of year you don't want to make too many mistakes that end up in the back of your net. Last game, neither team played their best. This game, it was 50-50. Simple. Take the L like we did game 1. We could have easily won game 1 like the Panthers could have tonight. What can you do? Yeah. No, I agree. Both teams played bad game 1. It was 50-50 tonight. I agree. Yeah, somehow find a way to neutralize the Panthers behind the goal line. It seems like once the Panthers get possession down there, they can't get the puck off them. That I do agree with too. Yeah, and they were letting them work below the goal line a bit too much at times. And just like every board battle down there, it's like Florida would win it, and I just don't understand that. And that's the issue. Like, the Rangers' biggest problem right now is neutralizing Florida's forecheck with, like you said, that. Will I change anything else for game 3? I'd like Rosovic out, but it's never going to happen. Especially if VC's hurt. I mean, yeah, I still want Jones, but it's... I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen. Edstrom's not going to play. Yeah, I mean, they're going to be in the film room, and I can't envision them having this many turnovers. Again, I know that we get on the Rangers for, you know, being done with the puck and turning it over a lot, but please don't play that dumb again, because that felt like tonight felt like, I don't know, it felt like it was a regular game on steroids in terms of the way that they were just turning the puck over at will. But you have to hope that they'll address it. Oh, the last game, 12 giveaways. That makes me curious. Let's go to, like, the Carolina series. Oh, great, I hear my cat vomiting in the background. That's great. Anyway, yeah, 8 in that last game. Like, I don't know. It feels like this has just been on steroids. I don't know if it's the pressure of Florida, and the presence of them getting to them, but they got to limit that. They got to limit it for sure. Who was my overtime hero prediction? To be honest, I didn't even have one. I really didn't. I was just nervous that I couldn't even, like, compute that. But I will tell you, I never envisioned it being Barclay Goodrow. And I'm not complaining that it was Barclay Goodrow. That, what, like, when could he start sniping the puck like that? Like, where was that? When did that become a part of his bag? Yeah, I'll read your comment about that. We are only 7 wins away. Just grasp that. Think of all the glory. I don't want to think about them getting it done until, like, I'm the one game at a time mentality type. Like, I can't even think about this team in the cup. Like, my mind's just game 3, win game 3. But I got it. Power plays, that has been dog shit for a bit. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, the passes did drive me crazy. And even with all that, it still felt like a 50-50 game, which is like, why is it that they are incapable of cleaning some of this up? Because if they even just cleaned half of it, this team would have dominated tonight. But as long as they get the win, I don't give a shit. Yes, he did get a winner for the Sharks against Go On, but it was not a snipe like that. Badgers on GOODROW. Much better physical game, boys. Yes, definitely more physical. Give Bob credit, though. He put a hell of a fight tonight, even with Igor being the better goalie tonight. I do agree with that. Need Sean Avery in the building again. That was so funny. I had a good view of him from where I was sitting, and he was just standing up, pacing the entire time like he was behind the bench. It was so funny. Freaking love that guy. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's how you exploit Florida, and that sucks. That it's the Rangers' weakness all year is that The first pass has been an issue for the Rangers. And if they could clean that up, especially against a team like Florida, who has a weakness of allowing rushes, it would be great. But they did have a couple of rushes tonight. What I think of Heedle's performance, I liked Heedle's game tonight. I thought he was the most consistent guy on that first line throughout the night. That's just my opinion, because I didn't like Mika's game all that much. Kreider was kind of invisible tonight, honestly. Like, I don't even really remember a lot of Kreider doing anything, like, on either side of the puck. Like, nothing negative though. Like, I don't know. I just don't really remember Kreider doing anything. I don't know. But I thought Heedle was like the most consistent guy. He did have a couple of, bad plays, especially turnovers, but who didn't tonight? I don't know. I wasn't in love with Wennberg's game tonight, but I wasn't entirely pissed off. I don't know. Yeah, Florida's definitely made it tough, but that's what it is at the end of the day. You're in the conference finals. You're playing the toughest team in the East. That's just what it is. And we said it going into the series, this would be the toughest series for the Rangers, and it's going how I expected. Like, this isn't going to just be a series. This is going to be freaking war. That's why I think this goes 6 or 7. Yeah, Trouba did prevent a goal. The pass to Reinhart, he broke up. There was also another goal chance. I forgot who it was for Florida, but I know it was Lindgren who made a beautiful move to tie the guy up as he was breaking into the net. There were just so many little plays that happened tonight. Thing I noticed was that earlier in the game when the Rangers were making those nice crisp plays, they're moving with speed. Then as the game went on, they tried to make it too many plays standing. Still, which led to the Panthers forcing turnovers. I think a big part was that Maurice made the adjustment to take away the middle of the ice. I do agree with that, but I also think Laviolette needs to make the adjustment to have them freaking play with that type of impact and, urgency, speed, all that in the throughout the game. I know that Florida started to neutralize that a bit, but you still could find a way. Yeah, it was Lomberg. That's who it was. Yeah. Yeah, I thought Rempe was solid tonight. I know that people are throwing analytics out there that say otherwise. I don't think he was that bad in terms of, like, I saw something where I don't know where they got these numbers from, because there's no way it's accurate with the way that his defensive chart is on hockey stat cards, which, like pretty much collaborates with natural stat trick. Where it said Rempe was like on for all these high danger chances against, and they had none for this and that. But it's like, first of all, there's little variables. It's not necessarily his fault high danger chances happen. Second of all, I think we're just making shit up now, because there was how was it that he was on for, like, I saw something like he was on for like 7-8 high danger chances against, when Florida at 5v5 alone had 9. So you're telling me he was on for like 7 or 8 out of 9 high danger chances? Like, we're making shit up now. Like, shut up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. It's like, I mean, the crowd was electric for Rempe tonight. This crowd tonight was bumping. I don't know if the broadcast did it justice, but this crowd tonight was electric. How do I feel about Zibanejad so far in the series? I feel that Barkov is making his life hell. Am I paying attention to the Western Conference with the Stars and Oilers? Not too much. I'm probably going to watch more of Game 2 tomorrow, but not too much just because of the fact that I just simply haven't. Like, I watched overtime and blanking. I watched overtime last night. Overtime last night. What am I talking about? Oh my god. Watch overtime last night. Yeah, both overtimes. That's what I meant to say. Jesus, my brain right now is just all over the place. For Embiid becomes more seasoned and he works on his game, then he's going to become a very effective bottom six guy for the team in the future. Great to see the Rangers develop these type of guys. I'd like to see Cooley start to play that way too. We'll see. I don't know. We got to get there first and got to see what happens. OT wins our life. That's the one thing I was thankful about when it went to OT. It's like, all right, at least if the Rangers win this, it's one of those moments I could say I was there. I was there for that one. And now I get to say that. As long as they win the cup, you know, otherwise it's really not that much of a flex if they go on and lose the next three, right? I think he was fine out there tonight, but I agree that, like, you know, the domino effect broke Bob's 12-game OT streak, and the Rangers broke the Florida Panthers, what was it, like 6 or 7 game when no, it had to be 6, right? Or 5 maybe even. I don't know, something like that. Whatever their streak, yeah. 5. I don't know why I'm even second guessing it. 5-game streak of conference final game wins. I'll say 1 conference finals games before their last one because they haven't made the conference finals outside of that since I don't even remember. I am not a season ticket holder. Would love to be. Yeah, I try my best either way to reel the crowd in, whether it's fake fans, whether it's the diehards, reel them in. Whether or not they might freaking find me annoying and obnoxious with how loud I am, I don't really give a shit. Because that building needs that energy. Team thrives. Rally bucket. Yeah, you got to keep rocking that. Has Panarin play been a mix of him underperforming and this not being his type of series with the Panthers' physicality? To be honest with you, it's so weird to say because of how many game-winning goals and how clutch Panarin has been throughout this postseason. But, you know, outside of that, it's like he truly has been kind of underwhelming, if we're being honest here. But, yeah, I don't think the series favors Panarin that much. I wish I had those kind of powers because unfortunately they have lost with me at the Garden, but you know, maybe we'll run it back for game 5. Maybe we run it back for game 5. Although if they're down 3-1, that might be a little bit of a might be a little more hesitant on that one, but maybe we run it back for game 5. There were just some plays where Panarin, it's just like the Panarin thing where he just like make over passing at the blue line and just making the wrong play here and there. That Rempe quote, by the way, about the Jiminy Crickets thing that he said was just hilarious. Like, how do you not freaking like this kid? How can you not love this kid? Pisses me off how the Stars Conference Finals tickets go for $40. Meanwhile, can't get into the Garden without being willing to drop at least one bone for two people. Well, if the Rangers could get to the dance to play, and they have a date with Dallas at the dance, probably could fly there. Something that I am considering because it's probably cheaper. It's probably cheaper to get an Airbnb/hotel, get a flight, get tickets there. Yeah, there were surprisingly a lot of Panther fans. I didn't think there'd be as many Panther fans as there was at the game, but there's been a lot of Panther fans there, which again, it just shocks me considering I didn't know they travel like that. I didn't think so, but I don't know. Could also just be fair weather. I mean, there's assholes in every fan base, to be honest with you, but yeah, like, I'll be honest here. I do think that, I was not expecting Panther fans to be acting and in my comments the way they were after, game one. There are still, like, some that have come on the channel and all that are fine. Like, this isn't all, like, I don't mean this at every single Panthers fan, but there was a lot that I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, there was one comment I ended up putting up on Twitter. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you? Tickets will be expensive either way. It's the finals. Yeah, but Dallas, it's Dallas. They don't care until it's the Cowboys, which, the Cowboys don't do anything, so yeah. That's the unfortunate part for them. For me, it's great. I get to laugh every year. But for them, you would think it would be more money to go see a Dallas Stars game, but especially with how much the Cowboys let them down. But nah, instead, just piss our money on the Cowboys, watch them choke and lose every year, and then spend like $30 to have fun at the Dallas Stars game maybe, but we also won't because we don't want to show up. It is what it is. Outside of that, they do have the Mavs too. Can't discredit the fact that they have the Mavs. Which how much people hate on us Ranger fans for no reason. To be honest, I'd rather watch from home than go to an away game if we make the cup. I mean, to me, yeah, you could tell people, you could just tell that there's a hate for the Rangers no matter what fan base is. Like when I went to opening night in Buffalo, like I'm simply cheering the team. Like I'm not the type that has any interest in antagonizing other fan bases and starting shit. It's like I just don't feel like doing any of that. Like I'm just there to root for my team, and like I just have people looking at me all pissed off, and I have people behind me like all pissed off, people getting pissed at me for standing during warm-ups, and it's like, come on, like what are we doing here? I agree. No, I agree. Why are the Cowboys catching strays? Because it's true. Like, you know it. You know it. Do I need to pull up text receipts? Because you know it. You know that it's a tradition every year for that team to just be regular season merchants and then lose to teams like the Packers in the playoffs or whoever it might be. I don't know. Who will it be this year? Maybe it will be the Packers again. I don't know. Because you know they're not winning the division. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, I don't know who people think they are. I hate I hate garbage like that so much when people get mad at other fans for anything like or just yelling and chanting and everything. It's like, what do you expect to happen at a game? You're at a game. It's like like, what do you expect? I'll move on. Yeah, anytime we could slander the Cowboys, we will. Why not? Yeah, I don't know. Saber fans have a, I don't know. I wouldn't be rooting for that team ever again if I was a Sabres fan after they brought back Lindy Ruff. Like, what are you doing with that? Yeah, that's why I prefer to sit in the upper bowl, to be honest with you. If I have the opportunity to sit in the lower bowl and it's like tickets are, like tonight I saw a deal and I was close to pulling the trigger on it where it was like um a good deal for the lower bowl and I was like maybe, but I prefer the upper bowl because of that reason. Cowboys are the Maple Leafs of the NFL. Yeah. Yes, they are. I was born in 1956. Shut the fuck up, Blake. You're a Dolphins fan? I am a Eagles fan. Probably gonna upset people with that one, but I always do. I don't care. Lost out on it last second. That's tough. That's tough with the way that this one ended. Born in 1776. I was born in 1500. You guys are insane. Eagles, how, why? Eagles. Eagles did not see that coming. Yeah. Proud Eagles fan. Not that I necessarily, it is a little weird for me. I won't lie, it is a little awkward because I don't particularly love my kind in the Eagles fandom too much, just because I'm not really a big fan of Philly fans in particular, but love the team. How could you not? Although I guess they became more unlike. They lost their likability points for a lot of people because Kelsey retired, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I like listen. You know, I'll be honest here. I'll be the first to admit I'm not a big, fan of my own kind with that, but cheesesteaks for the win is right, though. This is ridiculous. Commanders fan. Oh my god, I would be miserable rooting for the Commanders. No, thank you. Not that New York football lately has been really easy to root for a lot of people. Honestly, there's a very few select teams that are very easy to root for when it comes to the NFL. You already know someone in the comments is going to be pissed that, oh, this is a Ranger post-game recap, so I'm talking about football. I'm going to talk about football anyway right now because the chat's talking about it. But, yeah, there's very few teams. I have upset a lot of people with that one. I have upset a lot of people. Listen, I get it. I knew I was going to upset people with it, but I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to just say I'm a Jets fan or Giants fan just to say it. Or the New York Rangers fan too. I love the way this game was played. How did you not like the game? I'm not sure what you're referring to there. So I said they played fine. I said they played 50-50. It was a 50-50 game. Ridiculous. Maybe Rodgers lasts more than 4 snaps this year. Like, I couldn't imagine dealing with that shit. Like, oh my god. Like, on a yearly basis with the Jets, that is. Like, because, oh my god, I'd be so infuriated with that yearly with the Jets. How it's just like, it's nonstop bad luck for the Jets. Like, at least the Giants, they have their 2 Super Bowls in, like, in this century, and it's like you can hang your hat on that. But with the Jets, I mean, you got nothing to really hang your hat on. It's just pain and misery on a yearly basis. But hope I don't have to deal with anything like that ever. I'm scared I'm jinxing something happening there, but I'm already nervous for Eagles ball, but I shouldn't even be worried about that because the Rangers are freaking in the conference finals right now. Pittsburgh Penguins, least favorite fan base. Trying to think, who has been the most unpleasant fan base in my comment section ever? Because, like I said, at the end of the day, there's a lot of, terrible fans in every fan base. So it kind of is what it is. But what fan base has the most, or what fan base, like, really drove me insane the most, or has drove me insane the most in my channel's history? Not that it has that long of a history. Devil fans are obviously up there. Pittsburgh fans are definitely up there because they talked a lot of shit after they were up 3-1. Who else could be up there? I'm trying to think, but I really don't know. Outside of that, like, surprisingly, I haven't had to deal with really annoying Islander fans on the channel. Like, to me, that's a surprise that I haven't really, like, there really hasn't been any Islander fans that come to the channel and just, like, bothered me. There really hasn't. Like, I don't know if it's because they just have accepted that the Rangers are the better team or what, but I don't know. I don't see it really with Islander fans that much. Outside of that, I really got obnoxious. I mean, I did get a few obnoxious Canes fans, but nothing too egregious. I mean, the Florida fans after game 1, some of them pretty up there. Pretty up there, I won't lie. I haven't seen any Lightning fan really. Nothing really from Lightning fans during that conference finals. But I also do think that there was that kind of deal where it's like, you know, I had that respect for the Lightning, and Lightning fan knew kind of that, like, I had that respect for him, and it was like the Rangers' first year out of the rebuild, so it kind of is what it is. In terms of the nicest fans, let's talk about some of the nicest fans I've had on the channel. Definitely up there, the Oilers. For some reason, Oiler fans love my channel, and they love me for some reason. For some reason, Oiler fans are great to me. Maple Leaf fans, for some reason, are great to me too. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's, a Canadian thing or what, but those fan bases have been great to me. What other fan bases have been solid to me? Winnipeg too. Like, Winnipeg's been good to me too. Trying to think who else. Maybe Colorado fans have been solid to me. Yeah, I've had good Coyote fans. Detroit fans. Yeah, Detroit fans good too. Like I said, though, at the end of the day, there's assholes in every fan base. There's good people in every fan base, but just pointing out who's been definitely up there. Although Washington fans, because my first year, not that I did every game really that year, but the first year that I really started doing, well, I should retract it, because the first year I started doing recaps was 2019-20, but I took those down because I didn't do them really for every game. It was kind of towards the stretch where it was like December time, and then really when they started to heat up that I did it. But I took those down. So like the first season that I still have up was the 2021 season, nightmare season to begin with that one. But Washington fans were not great during that time. Washington fans were not great during that season at all. Yes, we do. We like Anthony. Anthony's the probably the best Highlander fan. You rewatch my old post game vids, and it was fun. I look scared. I mean, I look scared probably in a lot of them because I genuinely was scared by the fact that like that team was such. Oh my God, just remembering that 2021 season, that season was underratedly one of the worst seasons. Honestly, I'll go as far to say that was the worst season that I could remember for this team. And I know a lot of people are, I'm sure that older fans are going to point to different teams because I was not around for like the dark ages really of this team. But like that, at least with the rebuild, you knew that they were going to suck ass, so you could accept it. 2019-20, they started to heat up, so there was like actually hope going into that 2021 season that they'd be good. But everything in their mother went wrong for that 2021 team, and it was just miserable. It was a miserable team to watch. It was really freaking miserable, underratedly. Like I remember being just depressed, honestly, during those games and post games. Like, it was just not a good time. It's funny seeing though some of these Met post games that did better um than the Ranger ones, which is a little surprising. Back when I was rare, oh my God, I can't say rarely right now. Rarely rocking a hat. Dang. I also was like actually, like decent shape then. Good times. Good times. I'm just like looking through a bit. Um, yeah, 2019-20 was kind of a fun season, but 2021 was just so weird and annoying. I know they made the playoffs in seventh, but like with the way that they ended that season, heated up, it was just like I don't know. I felt there was so much potential going into that season for the team to be good. Um, and then you get into next year, and it's like that 21-22 season. It's like they dropped the first two games, and it's like in for misery again. And then all of a sudden, that team just caught, a bit of fire. It's like just looking at it right now, and it's like bringing back memories where, they beat Montreal, beat Toronto, beat Nashville, which is a rare thing that they would do. Beat Ottawa. I remember that game so vividly against Ottawa where they came back and won that game. Lost against Calgary, got their ass whooped against them. But that's a tradition. Then they end up, winning the next two, beating Columbus, beating Seattle. But they were like in a lot of close games. Then they go on the Western Canadian road trip. Outside that Seattle game, you have Thatcher Demko, who had his glove off and they couldn't, score on him. The Connor McDavid highlight reel goal. It's just like, it's all bringing back memories. There were so many ups and downs with that 21-22 season. Just looking back and now remembering, oh my God. Sorry that we got off the rails with the game entirely. I'm sure people are not going to be happy about that watching on replay, but it is what it is. What it is also is, this live stream. I'm going to wrap it up here because I need to shower, go to bed, and it would be great. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you have not already. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not. We will be back at it again, I guess, tomorrow at this rate already for, thankfully, an earlier post game since the game's at 3 o'clock. So, get an early post game unless the game goes to like 5 billion overtimes. But that is going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.